Hey guys, back with another segment for you today. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about an important piece of training, which is making sure that we're including anaerobic training in our programming. The anaerobic energy systems, in my opinion, really kind of form the foundations of our cardiorespiratory abilities. So we're talking about three metabolic systems that are pathways that our body uses. We've got the phosphagen or ATP phosphocreatine system. We've got the glycolytic system, and then we've got the oxidative system. So both the phosphagen and the glycolytic are the two anaerobic energy systems, and we'll have a look at some of the qualities that those guys have right over here. So we're talking about really short duration, high intensity, high output energy systems in terms of what we're doing. So we're looking at anything that's going to run from sub 10 seconds all the way up to about 2 minutes worth of work. And again, we're working at these higher near max intensity levels where we're going. In terms of the work to rest ratios, it's going to be anywhere from a 1 to 2 to a 1 to 3 work to rest ratio. So 1 to 2, if I did an interval that lasted for 30 seconds and I rest for a minute, right? 1 to 3, if it was a 30-second work interval, then I'm resting for 90 seconds, a minute and a half, right? And those are going to give these energy systems time to recover before the next round, and you're going to keep yourself in those energy systems a little bit more firmly. If you were to shorten the rest periods in between the rounds, then it's becoming more of an aerobic workout as well, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, right? So with these high intensity anaerobic workouts, we're definitely going to be feeling the lungs burning, the muscles burning, we're getting that lactic acid buildup, and we can train the body's ability to clear that lactic acid out of the system, to work, push the threshold of our ability to deal with the lactic acid, and overall we're going to end up kind of building up our capacity to perform higher intensity work for longer periods of time. So I've got some examples here. This is not an inclusive list, but it kind of gives you some ideas of some of the things you could be doing. So sprints, so 100-meter sprints. If you've got a hill sprints, fantastic. If you've got a nice set of stairs, stair sprints, all of those are great. And the thing that I like about these is that if you are sprinting the 100 meters and then walking back, or sprinting the hill and then walking down the hill, sprinting up the stairs, walking back down the stairs, you've got a natural kind of rest interval worked into each of those rounds. So however long it takes you to get back down the stairs, down the hill, or across that 100 meters, that gives you a chance to recover before your next effort, right? Medicine ball toss and sprint, I'm going to demonstrate that one for you guys so you can see what that looks like. Few ways you could do that. If you've got a medicine ball that has some bounce to it, then that's going to kind of get you running a little bit more and chasing the medicine ball. If you've got a dead ball like I have, it's not going to go as far, and it's going to be more about the actual explosiveness of the tossing of the medicine ball. And there's a few ways that we can add some sprints into those. Broad jumps, I love broad jumps. I'll show you what those look like. I'm always surprised how much they get the abs involved as well and get the core muscles working. Box jumps, another sort of explosive plyometric movement, great for the legs, get the cardio going. If you've got a rowing machine, 500-meter sprints on a rowing machine, fantastic, good, almost full body exercise that way. You'd be trying to get sub 2 minutes on that 500-meter effort. Battle ropes, if you've got battle ropes, those are a great one. They get the arms burning, the lungs burning, stuff like that too. And I'm sure there's a lot of other ones that I've missed, but this kind of just gives you some ideas of some of the things that you could be working on. So we'll get set up outside, and I'll show you some examples of some of these things that we could be doing. All right. Okay, we're back. So example number one for you guys for some anaerobic training. I've got my 35-pound dead ball here, and I'm going to use this to do some sort of explosive medicine ball tosses with some sprints worked in. Give you a couple ways that you could possibly do that. With this one, it's heavy enough that I want to make sure that I'm setting my back well, getting into a good hinge position, picking this up, getting it secure, and then kind of using that opening of the hips to explode the ball overhead, and then kind of make my way and get a few revolutions or repetitions going on here. So Again, I'm probably looking at somewhere around 30 seconds to maybe a minute and a half, 2 minutes, depending on how you're going to do this one. You could set an interval timer for yourself, or just kind of estimate how long it's going to take. So again, I'm basically getting this ball, getting it set, exploding it overhead. Okay, example number 2, I'm going to do a sprint in between each of the tosses rather than repeating the toss every single time. So that's going to look something like this. Toss. Okay, I also mentioned broad jumps is a great one. So basically, with broad jump, you want to load, explode, and then try to land nice and soft before your next repetition. So that's going to look something like this. So again, I'm really loading, exploding, and landing. Okay, just like that. Again, those you could mix in with any of the other things that we had on the list there, right? So blending those with rounds with the medicine ball, with sprints, with box jumps, with hills, any of that kind of stuff. You can kind of chain them together into a bit of a circuit, get a nice high intensity interval circuit going on. So that's it for today, guys. Sort of an opportunity to start thinking about putting together some anaerobic training programs for yourself, keeping the intensity up and getting all the benefits out of that in terms of strong work capacity, building that sort of general physical preparedness. Okay, that's it for today. We'll see you guys next time.